Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Thank you all so much for tuning in and welcome back to another episode of Real versus Fake. In this episode, I want to discuss one of the most popular fragrances released in the designer industry, and it's by Jean Paul Gaultier and it goes by the name Le Male. And this is a fragrance that was composed in the mid-90s by Francis Kurkdjian, and it's an ever so popular fragrance that has spawned off a lot of flankers including Le Beau Male, Ultra Male, Le Male Popeye au Fraiche, even a few limited edition fragrances that seem to be released annually. So here I have two fragrances. I have a real Le Male and I have a fake Le Male. But before I get into pinpointing exactly like what should you be looking for, what will the real one look like versus the fake one, I want you guys to leave a comment down below and tell me which one do you think is the fake one. Do you think it's the one on the left or do you think it's the one on the right? So the one on the left or the one on the right? Leave a comment down below and let me know right now. Now, before I get into the video and telling you guys which one is the real one, which one is the fake one, and what should you be looking out for, I just want to urge the viewers at home, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This way, when I upload new content, it will get delivered straight to your feed. You never need to worry about having to search anything up or missing any videos of mine or any giveaways for that. So let's go ahead and get into it, and I will tell you which one is the real one and which one is the fake one. Alright everybody, so here we have a close-up view. It's not too late to change your mind. Do you think the real one is on the left? Or do you think the real one is on the right? So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the real one is the one on the left. This is the real one. This is the fake one. Now, as you can tell, they are pretty much the same height. It seems like they are the same mold as one another. This one I actually got as a gift. My mom came home one day and she went to a flea market or a yard sale and she picked this up for $3. Now, of course, that is the first thing you guys got to keep in mind. If you're paying $3 for a fragrance or some, remarkably cheap price, chances are it's not an authentic product. Of course, making sure that it comes from, a trusted manufacturer, something that you can depend on. If it's a company like Sephora or Macy's, you're not going to get an illegitimate product. But if you're buying it online and you're paying dimes and nickels for it, chances are it's not going to be authentic. But anyway, this is the fake one. This is the real one. I had my real one purchased through FragranceNet, which does give you authentic products. And I want to just take a moment to talk a little bit about the two and show you the differences. The first thing that I want to comment on is the Atomizer. You could probably tell by looking at the real one, it has a longer atomizer compared to the fake one. This is the fake one. The fake one is a little stubby. And the distribution on both of them is actually pretty good. This is the fake one. I'll show you right now. All right, and this is the real one. It seems like you have a little bit more control with the real one. You have a little bit more leverage, whereas with the fake one, you can't really control how much you want to spray. It's just, it puts just enough pressure on your finger where if you press down all the way, that's it. Now with the one on the left, the stripes are a little inconsistent. You can tell they're a little blurry. There's even like a scratch or a mark here, probably happened during the printing process. And you can even tell, even here where they're fused together, it almost created this vertical line. If you look at the real Le Male, it's consistent all around from start to finish. So of course it's produced in a far more efficient way. As far as the shape of the bottle is concerned, they both look really similar. It's hard to pick them out if you're only looking at the height of the bottle or the shape or the size of the torso or whatever. But there is another notable fact to keep in mind. And I'm not saying that every counterfeiter is going to fall prey to this, but the real one says Gaultier on the back. As you can tell, the fake one, I guess it was just too much money or too much effort to have that embossed Gaultier logo on the back, so they did without it. I think the back is an even better example of how inconsistent these stripes are. I want to note they both have the same amount of stripes. I didn't count them, but you can pause the video and you can count them here. And it's just, it's pretty easy when you do a side-by-side, but if you see it on the shelves in a store, you might not pay that much mind to it. So I just wanted to make this quick video to maybe enlighten you guys and show you what does the real one look like versus the fake one. You can also probably tell a little bit through this video, but on the real one, the Atomizer, the silver looks far more polished. Here, it almost has a kind of dulled out, rusty appearance. A lot of you might be asking yourselves, how can they afford to make fake fragrances? Where do fake fragrances come from? And how does the fake one smell? And if that's the case, and if they smell almost identical, maybe it's worth it getting the fake one versus the real one. They actually have two machines and two processes through which they extract the formula of a scent. And they're called mass spectrometry and gas chromatography. And it's these two really sophisticated pieces of equipment that you put a little bit of the original blend in there, and it tells you what it's comprised of. It tells you all of the ingredients that the fragrance is comprised of. And sometimes companies do not know how to acquire certain ingredients, or they're too pricey, too costly, and too expensive, so they resort to using other more inexpensive ingredients. And some analyses, if you will, have even detected the use of animal urine in some counterfeited fragrances. And of course, they're not approved or reviewed by the IFRA, which is kind of like the FDA for perfumes. So please always avoid buying counterfeited products. I know it sounds pretty straightforward, but how do they smell? They actually smell quite similar. The original, of course, has more depth and dimension, whereas the counterfeit is a little bit more transparent, and it even smells rather compressed. The original, and this is the reformulated version, it lasts about, I want to say 6 hours on my skin. This lasts about an hour to 2 hours on your skin. So that's another thing too. If you find that the fragrance isn't lasting a long time on your skin, that might be a point of contention, as it were. But nonetheless, let me just show you the bottom. The bottom on this one, you can't really see anything. There is, believe it or not, there is printed writing on there, but it's highly illegible. And on the real one, it's far more legible. So if you're looking for a batch code on the fake one, and you're noticing that you can't pick up on anything, chances are it's not a unique, or it's not an authentic product, excuse me. But nonetheless, there you go. That was my presentation of these two. I do apologize that I don't have the boxes for either one of them. Both of them were marketed as testers. Like I said, I bought this on FragranceNet as a tester, and the person who sold this to my mother told her that this is a tester, which is why it didn't come with the cylindrical tin, and these do come in a cylindrical tin. So here we go. I'm hoping that this video helps somebody out. Always be wary, always be cautious. Make sure to use websites like checkcosmetic.net, and always plug in the serial number. If you're not getting any results, if it's not generating any results, that might be another cause for concern, or a clear-cut indicator suggesting that you may have an inauthentic product. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope this video helped. Please don't forget to subscribe for future videos. And remember, I smell well so you can smell good, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.